Begin in a supine position with your knees bent, feet hip-width apart, flat on the floor. Your palms can be face down next to your hips. We're going to do a bridge flow, and in order to understand the bridge flow, we also need to understand some pelvic tilts. So let's try tucking and tilting our pelvis. If you're new to this, you might place one hand on your navel and one hand on the pubis. Draw the pubis toward the navel when you tuck your pelvis. Draw the pubis away from the navel when you tilt your pelvis. Once you've got that movement down, you can bring the hands back to the floor. And the next time you tuck your pelvis, keep it tucked as we press down through the feet, keeping the knees in line with the toes as you raise your hips as high as you can into a bridge. And then keep the pelvis tucked as you lower the spine down one vertebra at a time, ending with the backside of the pelvis touching the floor, and then come into your pelvic tilt. So you're creating that space between your lower back and the floor. So let's repeat that. Tuck the pelvis and start to peel the spine up off the floor one vertebra at a time, stacking the knees over the ankles, pressing down through the feet and the arms, and then slowly lower down, maintaining that pelvic tuck all the way until your sacrum touches the floor, and then come into that pelvic tilt where you're moving your lower back away from the floor. Now with the breath, there are different ways to breathe. You might exhale on the way down as you roll the spine to the floor. Then inhale as you come into that pelvic tilt. You might exhale as you press down through the feet and lift up through the hips. So just find the breathing rhythm that works for you. You might just breathe naturally and find a nice flow to warm up your spine, to work the back muscles, the glutes, the hamstrings. And when you're done this warm up, you can relax back into a supine position, even in Shavasana if you'd like.